Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is James, and today's episode we're going to talk about the Anthurium vitrifolium. Please excuse my pronunciation because it's going to take me half a day to pronounce it correctly. So let's jump in the video. For some reason, it became very popular here now in Canada. I love it. It's a beautiful plant. So why don't I show you what I have, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about the care and needs of this particular plant. It may be out of zoom a little bit, but this is how long it is. It's a gorgeous looking thing. Let me pull in a little bit closer so you can have a look at the leaves. And that's gonna be the top of it. As you already can pretty much tell the medium that I'm using right now. So basically, the Anthurium, let's just call it Vita, so much easier. The Anthurium family, I don't think that there's one soil is good for all. They are actually custom made for individual needs. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this one because this medium I'm actually using just for the Anthurium Vita. Different Anthuriums in my collection, I actually use different medium. It could be chunky soil, it could be just purely moss, and for this one in particular I'm actually using sphagnum moss and cocoa husk and orchid barks and some charcoal. Initially, when I had this plant, it was just a small thing. It was a plant that I got from Kim's Nature. So if you're from Canada and if you're from Toronto, I'm sure that you must have heard about Kim's Nature. They are amazing at selling rare exotic plants with a reasonable price. The only downside of it is they're actually quite far away if you're from downtown Toronto, like myself. The location actually in Markham. However, they are partnered up with Plant Runs. So if you are from the GTA and if you need to get some plants from suburbs, always can connect with Plant Runs, and then they will pick up your plants, and they do take really good care of them. So thank you for that. And anyway, this plant initially when I got, it wasn't as lushy as this. It was just a small looking thing. So Kim's called me and offered to offer me some discount because the plant wasn't as good as it should be, which I think that was very generous of them. And Plant Runs, I think they also talked to Kim's about it. That's why they come up with a decision to give me a call. So when I initially had it, I actually placed it in my IKEA's cabinet. And the humidity in there is anywhere between 65 to 75 humidity, and temperature is anywhere between 24 degrees. And it grows under a grow light, obviously. The Anthurium Vita, they actually, do you know what it reminds me of? Orchid. It does remind me of orchid a lot. So apparently the care need for the lighting is bright light. Bright indirect light, I should say. Yeah, so bright indirect light. And when I had it in the cabinet, for some reason it didn't like it so much because I think the humidity may be a bit too high for its liking. So it started to get some fungal issues, and it was the only one that had fungal issues. I checked my other plants and all of my other plants are doing just fine. So that's when I decided to take it out and put it in my south-facing window at the corner. So it receives a good amount of sunlight from 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. A little bit of that direct gentle sunlight, and then from 9 to the afternoon, the sun obviously will revolve, and then it won't shine the light on it as much. So it will receive the gentle, indirect, bright sunlight. I just want to show that it has like a new growth there. I don't know if you can see in the camera. So obviously I'm doing some things right. And the second time when I had this plant, Kim's, they offered me a beautiful looking thing. So this is the long leaves that you're seeing right now. Gorgeous, gorgeous thing. Couldn't ask for more, honestly. And I loved it. And that's when I decided to join them in together for this beautiful, full looking Anthurium Vita. So far, I do think that this is actually I would consider it as easy to care for anthurium, one of the easy to care for anthurium. It thrives in my condition, it giving me a couple of new leaves. This leaf right here was a new one, and then I accidentally broke the tip off, which is very sad. So be careful when you move them around because they are quite delicate and they don't like to be moved around so much, I would say. Watering wise, it definitely like to have a moist growing condition because I have this in an orchid pot kind of thing, so you know it has a lot of air flow in between, and I definitely treat it, it's just like an orchid kind of type. I don't let the soil dry out completely though. So I like to keep it moist, and the way I fertilize it would be, I use the same fertilizer for all my plants actually. So it would just be worm casting, tea worm casting, a little bit of different organic fertilizer, and Super Thrive. Doing great for me, do the job, and I cut everything in half with the instructions so that it doesn't burn the roots. I like to go with the gentle way, and you know, a little bit can go a long way, and I fertilize and I water it every time I water. It's liking it so far. Yes, definitely liking it so far. To decorate this plant, obviously, you know, the trailing vibe, you should put it on the higher level. If you have a shelf or a window, highly recommend doing that, just so that it really show off the beauty of it, right? That's the whole point of getting this plant, to show off its beauty. The leaves can grow this big if you do it right. I think that if you grow it well, within 1 or 2 years, from the tiny leaf like this, it can grow into this big. See? So I'm very pleased with this plant. Pest-wise, no, so far I don't have any pest issues with this. Thanks God to that. Pretty resilient, except for the fungal issues that I've been talking about. I did give it the copper spray to stop the fungal issues. This new leaf here has been doing well so far, as you can see, and there's no imperfections on it, just unlike the other older leaves from the first plant. You know, if you have some fungal issues, always go for a copper spray because that would help a lot to stop the fungal issues from spreading. And definitely, you know, if you see that one fungal problem started from one spot and then it spread out to the surroundings, I would highly recommend trim that leaf off, because if you keep it there, it's just gonna further spreading out the fungal issues to other leaves, and then eventually you may lose your plant. So it's not really worth saving a damaged leaf. This one I've been noticing it started one spot right here. It started with one spot right here, and I've been keeping a close eye on it to make sure that it doesn't spread any further out. But if it did, I definitely have to cut it off to save the plant. So the root of it is actually quite great. You see that green thing? So that's part of the root of it. It's rooting beautifully. I really like it. So guys, I think I pretty much covered everything so far. It's the light, the water, the fertilizer, the medium that I use, the pot that I use, how to decorate it, and pest and fungal issues. I think I covered pretty much everything, unless I missed out something. So feel free to leave the comments down below if I missed out something, or if you have any questions about this particular Anthurium vita. I would be more than happy to reply to your comments. And always, you can check out my Instagram as well. I would post my plant care and updates of new growth of my plant collection daily on my Instagram. I'll put the picture here or there, below. And yeah, so any questions, let me know. Thank you and have a lovely day. See you next week. Also, yes, let me know next week what you want me to discuss about, and then I will be happily to research about it, and I'll get back to you. Thanks, bye.